Funny, some of the things you remember, innit? Eh? Sort of things you learned at school, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't remember any of that. What do you mean?
Well, like, I before E, except after C.
Oh, yeah. What was all that about then?
Well, it's to help you spell, wasn't it?
I before. Oh, I know.
Before,
yeah,
you remember.
what am I talking about? I'm always using. I use that. It comes in handy, doesn't it, when you spell side?
A.
S-I-D-E.
Yeah.
That's the I before the E, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you spell seaside, right? It's S-E-D-I, isn't it?
Why?
Well, it comes after the C, doesn't it?
Well, it's that sort of idea. Yeah, the sort of things that you learn while you're being dandled on your mother's knee.
Yeah, well.
Oh, sorry, that was.
No, that's all right.
No, that was it. That was insensitive of me. Sorry.
That's all right.
Your mother didn't have any knees, did she?
Well, it was her own fault, wasn't it? You know, I mean, rugby league is a very violent game.
It is,
you know. But the thing that interests me, like, about the whole word thing, like, is how does people decide, right, what they, what they're going to call something like, you know what I mean?
Now you're talking etymology.
No, I'm interested, honestly. I don't know anything about the whole way it started. I've never known anything about that.
It's because of what they sound like.
How do you mean?
Well, for example, bees buzz, don't they? Buzz, 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 buzz. See? You see?
Yeah.
So if you hear some bees, then they go buzz.
Oh, that's right.
See what I mean?
That's how they got the name, isn't it?
It's exactly like the cuckoo.
No.
Yeah.
Well, a cuckoo doesn't go buzz.
No, I know. No, obviously not. I mean, the cuckoo goes,
Cuckoo. That's right. So that's how they got their name.
Exactly,
That's marvellous.
that's what
That is
it-
fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. So how did a train get called a train then?
Well, have you ever heard a train?
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
A train, didn't
Well, there you are then. is it? I'll tell you something fascinating that I've discovered about language.
What is that then?
Have you ever noticed that all expressions about money are related to, bottoms and shit and things like that?
They're nice,
No,
mate.
you think about it. You think about it.
Yeah, go on.
Like, you've made your pile. He's rolling in it. He's stinking rich.
No, because there are hundreds of them sayings, thousands. Like, you're terrible with money, you are. You spend money like turds.
Yeah.
Or, mummy, how much pocket crack can I have this week?
Yeah.
That's another one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or,
sort of
where's
idea.
the nearest Nat West? I'm dying for a dump. That's another one, isn't it?
You've got the idea of it.
I'll tell you, my little girl, she done have come up with some funny things.
Does she? What the goo goo
But her favourite thing, right, that she's got at home, right, is this big yellow duck, right? The other day, right, we go down the park, right, and we stand in that old pond there, right, and she waddles up and she goes, Dada, duck, Dada, duck.
Ah, that's sweet. What did you say?
I didn't say nothing. I got hit on the back of the head by a cricket ball.
It's one of her first words.
That's right.
How old is she now?
26.
They're lovely at that age, aren't they? Lovely at that age,
yeah.
I suppose it is a bit of a struggle bringing up kids these days, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I know what you mean, because living where we do, it's no place for bringing them up, is it, really? You know, all the filth and the graffiti and the broken windows and the dog shit under the feet.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you really ought to get a cleaning lady in, you know what I mean?
I know. Isn't that one thing that gets to you, though? All that dog shit on the pavement, all that stuff.
I'm sorry, I blame the owners.
No, it's definitely the dogs. They're going around everywhere you go. They ought to be banned, from the urban areas, because everywhere you go, you've got the little crusty white ones and the huge, great dribbly ones, and some Great Dane dumps his load and holds up the traffic for half an hour, when you go to the corner to buy a loaf of bread, it's like playing hopscotch in the London sewer, isn't it? I mean, what's going on?
Mind you, you say this is your attitude, but you're not a doggy person, are you?
I'm not a doggy person. I'm not a dog shit person, neither. I don't like it.
You see, as you know, we have always had dogs in our house, you see.
Yeah, you always, haven't you? You had that, God, you had that horrible, disgusting, flea-ridden, dirty German shepherd that used to live in your shed.
Yeah, Fritz. Yeah. He had 3 dogs as well.
Yeah, he did. Dogs everywhere, wasn't it? Yeah.
I've had some marvellous dogs in my time, though, mate. What about old Tizer? You remember Tizer?
That old thing,
yeah, Rottweiler. Yeah, well, he was half Rottweiler and half French Poodle, in actual fact.
So he was a crossbreed.
He was a fucking angry breed, I'll tell you that, mate. 5 foot of throbbing muscle and a little tail like a pipe cleaner. He looked ridiculous.
We never had dogs because the kids, right?
Sorry, this is a complete fallacy.
What?
Look, we only have to look at... Remember that old Doberman Pinscher we used to have? Used to lollop around. He was gentle as a lamb.
What was his name?
Slasher.
Yeah.
Now, he loved the kids. He used to let them ride on his back in the street and they'd let him into the old playpen. He wouldn't harm a fly.
Yeah. He did eat that kid, though, didn't he? I mean...
It was only the once. It was only the once.
He could do it again. They only put down. I mean, he would have probably gone on munching his way through the old family,
Poor
wouldn't he?
old Slasher. Mind you, nowadays, of course, I don't go anywhere without my pit bulls.
What is that then pit bulls?
My pit bull terriers.
Oh, yeah.
Fergie and Di, ugly big brutes they are. A lot of people have them around now. Oh, yeah. Oh, it means that you can walk the streets at night and you're not going to get, attacked by muggers.
Well, you just get attacked by the pit bulls instead.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, vicious little bastards they are. Vicious, yeah. I'll tell you, mate, once Fergie or Di has got their teeth clamped round your balls, it won't let go, mate, ever. You can kiss goodbye to your bollocks there and then.
Well, either that or walk round for the rest of your life with a pit bull stuffed down your trousers.
No, they are. They're nasty, violent animals. They are. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of breeding with them.
I think I'd like to see that when that happens.
I'm talking about breeding them with each other.
Oh,
you see,
I see.
for fighting.
Oh, you don't want to know fighting. You don't want that.
Now, why do you say that?
Because I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible.
No, you don't understand.
That dog fighting.
The dogs, they enjoy it.
They don't.
They love it.
Yeah.
Well, I was down at a dog fighting Hackney, on a bit of wasteland round. Well, it was my brother's allotment. And there was a dog fight between this little Yorkie Terrier and a bloody great bulldog. Yeah. And I mean, the terrier didn't stand a chance. I mean, not a monkey's, eh?
Yeah.
But I remember at the end he was standing there with half his jaw hanging off and a great gash down his side. He'd lost, 3 or 4 pints of blood and his little tail was wagging away. It was in the other dog's mouth, but it was wagging. And I mean, you cannot object to that.
I can't object to court scan. They'll look you up if you don't look out, mate. You'll be getting involved in all that dog fighting. You'll be in the old pokey, you will.
Yeah, I know. Here. You know my mate Jamie.
What, the Marquis?
Yeah. He was locked up.
Was he?
Locked up, yeah. In the scrubs for 6 months. Do you know something? 15 to a cell.
Well, that is typical, is it? It's just one long party in there, isn't it? In and out of each other's cell. They can do what they like these days, can't they?
Well, I mean, he did, because, obviously being a bit of a knob, you see, he had the screws exactly where he wanted them.
Well, even in prison, I've heard there's quite a lot of that stuff goes on, with the old...
It's basically a defect in the penal system, isn't it?
Doesn't sound much like a defect in his penal system. He can have the screws wherever he wants them, does it?
The whole prison system, it's right up the spout, up the spout.
Yeah.
It's about as useful as a condom with a hole in the end. It really is.
Yeah, but... I mean, all condoms have holes in the end, don't they? Otherwise you wouldn't be able to get your willy in, would you? I mean...
you look at somebody like that Jimmy Boyle. Jimmy Boyle, when he went into prison, he was a bloodthirsty, hardened-armed criminal, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
He was no use to anyone. No use to a soul.
No.
But he worked hard, he studied. Now he's got a sociology degree.
So he's still no use to anyone. No, he was only a murderer. What about them sexy offenders? Them...
the paederasts. Paederasts.
Oh, people go around spending their time luring little children into their care and driving them off into the country lanes and fiddle with them. And it oughtn't be allowed.
It isn't allowed. It's against the law.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, good for that. That's what I
say. Of course it is. Fool.
Yeah, well...
But I know, but they get their comeuppance, mate. I mean, can you imagine being one of these geezers?
Yeah.
Who, you know, who's like been interfering with little children,
Yeah.
and ending up in prison?
Yeah. Yeah. They wouldn't like it, would they?
No.
No little children to interfere with in prison,
No,
is there?
I'm not.
No.
Excuse me.
Right.
No, I'm saying they get a terrible time.
How do they? Yeah.
In prison.
How do you mean?
In prison, they are the lowest of the low, mate. Because in prison, it's a very hierarchical system.
Yeah. Oh.
The old gangland bosses at the top, and the sex offenders at the bottom.
Right. Sounds like the old penal defect again, if you ask me.
I'll tell you who I would like to put in prison.
Who is that then?
This Albert Goldman.
What, is he the bloke who sold you that dodgy hi-fi? is
No!
he?
Bloke who wrote the book about Lennon.
Oh, him, yeah.
I'm not an emotional man, you know that.
No.
I'm not somebody who cries easily,
No,
right?
you're not, right.
You remember the night Lennon died?
I do.
Oh, I stubbed my toe on that old bedstead out the back of the shed. I cried my eyes out. But I hobbled for days.
Yeah, you did. I remember you hobbling, yeah.
And every time I hobbled, I thought of Lennon,
Yeah,
the
did
pure genius of the man. And now, this Arnold Goldman is spreading the most terrible slanders and libels on Lennon's name.
Well, when you think you went to all that trouble to start that Russian Revolution... Nobody's got a good word to say about him now,
no,
have they?
not Lenin, not Lenin.
Not Lenin.
Lennon.
Lennon.
John Lennon of the
John
Beatles.
Lennon?
John Lennon.
Oh, him, yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
Was he dead then?
Of course he's dead.
all right.
Of course. Oh, blimey, Mark Chapman gunned him down in cold blood, didn't he? And I'll tell you something. He didn't just kill John Lennon. He killed a whole generation.
Did he? So he had a pretty big machine gun with him then,
And now the things this Goldman is saying in his book, I mean,
what
it's
is he,
terrible.
what is he said then? Yeah.
He's saying that Lennon took drugs.
He never
He did. John Lennon, that's what he said. He's saying he took drugs.
Yeah.
And that he wore National Health granny spectacles. And that he had long hair down round his shoulders.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
And they say that he married a beautiful, talented Japanese artist.
Well, that is just a downright lie.
I'm distraught.
So I can see you're distraught. I know you're distraught.
I am
I've never seen you like this.
That man was more than just the greatest rock musician who ever lived. He was a symbol.
Was he? Well, that must have been handy for Ringo then. Like if he missed the drum kit, he might hit John Lennon. Ding! Like that.
You mind? I have modelled my whole life on John Lennon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because he sums up rock and roll to me.
Does he? What, dead and decomposing, that sort of thing?
Well, mate, they've all gone now, haven't they? They're all gone. All the greats. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Van Morrison. But maybe they're better off out of it, I don't know. How'd it go? Hope I die before I get old.
Who wrote that?
Barbara Cartland.
Did she? Why do you think? Why is it like that? There's so many like old people in the world. Everywhere you go, like that, old people, aren't they?
Bloody
old down the road,
people.
old people.
Everywhere you look.
You get, down Bournemouth. It's stooping room only on a promenade down there, mate.
I blame medical science.
Do you? Yeah.
Interfering. They keep them going artificially. They do. You take my Auntie Flo.
Yeah.
Now, she lost one of her lungs, right?
Oh, silly old baggage. Just leaving them around, aren't they, wherever they go?
She lost the use of it.
Oh, did she?
Folded up on her. She was at death's door, she was. One lung down, both her legs gone, completely gaga, done for. Now, would they turn off the life support system? Of course they wouldn't. They wouldn't even sack her from the post office.
Oh, you see, but yeah, that's the thing. And what is the alternative?
What is the... Well, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
mate. I think the alternative is euthanasia.
Do you? Yeah. You just send them off to euthanasia and let them walk on down the prom there.
No. What I'm talking about is letting them die.
Oh, I see.
Give them the old heave-ho.
Oh, yeah.
Let them go deady buys.
Oh,
That's what I say.
But, I mean, like, if you say you only had, like, a couple of months to live, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do?
Ooh, well, I think I would get pissed all the time and try and fuck as many women as I could.
So you wouldn't change your life at all?
No.
If I was like going to die, like it's soon, I think I'd like to know all about it. You know, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, have you ever thought about reincarnation?
Come again?
That's the one. Reincarnation. Have you ever thought about it?
No.
I mean, are you religious at all?
No, not at all. No, I'm C of E.
Ah, right. Yeah. Well, me neither. Me neither, mate. I am an atheist.
Oh, come on. You don't believe in all that ape stuff, do you?
I know. What I believe, see, I can't believe in some god who's up there with a long beard and the white flowing robes and all that nonsense. Of course, I can't believe in that. I do think that there is something up there, a bigger force, something supernatural, something cosmic through which all that is the beginning, and somehow the centre through which it all passing. The thing would part. Something that can't be explained.
Well, not by you, obviously.
No, not by anybody. I'm talking about the big questions.
Oh, what questions is
The
that?
universal questions to which there are no answers. Right? Where do we come from?
Peckham. Well, I come from Peckham, you come from Bromley, didn't you?
Where are we going?
I'm going back to Peckham.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, well, there are some questions to which there are no answers, obviously, yeah, but...
I mean, if there's a God, please, if there's a God,
yeah.
how can he allow such suffering in the world? Famine in Africa, deformed babies, floods.
Bob's Full House.
Yeah. See, that is why I have to believe. I have to believe that there is something in this reincarnation.
Yeah.
It's what the Buddhists believe.
Is it the Buddhists?
Well, it's either them or the Baptists. I can't remember. You see, if you're a Buddhist or a Baptist, well, you don't just die. You come back as something else.
Do you? Well, like an ashtray.
No. I mean, a living being. A living being,
yeah,
but perhaps like a lower order of beings.
What, you mean Jonathan King?
No, it's more usually an animal.
An animal? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what I'd be. I'd be one of them old dragonflies.
A dragonfly?
Yeah, one of them old dragonflies.
What is the point of being a dragonfly?
Oh, come on. You're a dragonfly, right? You only live for a day.
Well, exactly. It's hardly much of a life, is it?
Oh, that's where you're wrong, isn't it? Hey, cool. I saw it on this programme, That's Life on Earth.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a dragonfly, right? He's in this, like, pupil, right? And he comes out, right? And he sticks his hand through like that. Like that, right?
Yeah.
And he comes out, right? And he dries himself out in the sun a bit, right? Fluff, like that. And he goes over and he drinks some nectar, right? Slurp, like that. And then he cops the nearest lady dragonfly, right? A cop. And his eyes come out on the old stalks. Or maybe they're out on stalks already, I can't remember. Anyway, he don't hang about, right? Because she don't want the old gin and tonic and a meal up the chinky, right? The old dragonfly, he just clambers aboard, right? And he shags her till her eyes pop out, and that's his complete day, flutter, slurp, shag. Like a holiday in a beefer.
Yeah. But you see... But then you die then, you see. Now, what? Come on, mate. I mean, one day, it's a bit short for a whole lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong, isn't it? Because under the reincarceration system, you come straight back as another dragonfly, don't you?
No.
Flutter, slurp, shag, and so on, right till the end of time.
It's typical of you, because you haven't understood this system at all, have you? Well, there's no guarantee you'll come back as a dragonfly, is there?
Why not?
Well, obviously. I mean, if you weren't a good dragonfly first time round...
do me a favour. How can you be a bad dragonfly?
Well, now that's obvious, isn't it? That's obvious. You come back, right?
Yeah.
You're a dragonfly. You don't know you've only got one day, right? Like you do all the you're worn out with all that, and you think, oh, no, never mind the slurping and the shagging, I'll leave that till tomorrow. Then you're bugging, aren't you? You see? That's why there aren't any dragonflies in Spain, you know.
How do you mean?
Manana. Done for.
No.
I'll tell you, talking of language.
That's stupid, that
Now,
is.
do
Yeah,
you know,
what?
it's funny, it's
Yeah.
manana, but do you know what the commonest word in the English language is?
Fucking hell. Fucking hell, that is fucking difficult. The fucking commonest word in the fucking English fucking language. Fuck me. It's not vicar, is it?
No. Rucksack.
Oh, bollocks.
No, rucksack, closely followed by bollocks, actually.
Rucksack? What are you talking about, rucksack? Nobody says rucksack.
Wait, remember when you was in the Scouts, you went on that hike to Gravesend?
Yeah?
What was that on your back?
The Scoutmaster.
No. What was you wearing? What was you wearing on your back?
Oh. A rucksack. I was wearing a rucksack, yeah.
What's that thing you used to keep your conkers in?
Rucksack,
Yeah, what's the green thing going mouldy in the back shed?
It's a rucksack.
Well, there we are then, you see. You said rucksack 4 times in about half a minute there. Just while we've been sitting
Yeah.
here. I'll tell you something. Did you know your average man has a vocabulary of 20,000 words?
God almighty. What's a vocabulary?
What is it? The vocabulary is the store of all the whole lot of the words that each individual person has the use, to be able to make use of.
Well, when you put it like that, I can understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
So, count up how many words I know then.
Oh, for
Come on.
God's sake.
Come on.
Well, that's 2 for a start, isn't it? Come on.
Come on. And what else?
Well, that's 2 more, isn't it? 2 more, what else?
Right, come on. What else?
Yeah.
That's 4.
Yeah. Well, 4 is 1, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 5.
5 is 1.
That's 6.
6 is 1.
That's 7.
7 is 1.
That's 8.
8 is 1.
$19,999.
That's 20,000. Do you know any more?
Isn't that funny? No, I don't.
You see, I'll tell you. 20,000 words the average man has in his
That's
vocabulary.
fantastic. Yeah. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
Now, come here. I'll tell you a joke. This is very funny.
Oh, right.
Absolutely, it's absolutely killing this one. Absolutely killing, right? Now.
Come on then, yeah.
Now, stop me if you've heard it before, right?
Stop.
What?
I've heard this one before.
How can you possibly know you've heard it before?
Well, this is the one you told down the Polynesian last Thursday, wasn't it? It was. It started, stop me if you've...
Yeah, I know. That was the preamble. Never mind. This is the joke.
Yeah, right.
A man goes into a pub.
Oh, I've heard it. What? Well, I've heard this one before. I can't remember how it is, but I remember the beginning right. Yeah, no, a man goes into a pub. Well, it's a cracker. I love it. Yeah.
This is a different man. Different man.
A different man?
Yes.
And how am I supposed to know that then?
Look, just take it from me, will you? It's a different man, all right?
All right, fine. Okay,
So anyway, this different man, he goes into a pub.
Is it a different pub though?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Right,
I don't know.
Different
Yes,
man.
look,
Same
it
man,
doesn't,
different man.
It doesn't
and the
matter.
same
It doesn't
pub.
matter,
No,
all right?
Right.
He's just a man.
He's just a man.
Going into a pub.
Going into a pub.
I haven't finished it yet.
I know. I'm laughing already because I remember how it ends.
Oh, look, forget it. Just forget it. There's just no point me telling you any bloody jokes. Just shut up.
There's no need to get like that.
I'll tell you, I do find funny.
Who's that?
Ben Elton.
No.
Ben Elton.
That one that goes, goodbye the yellow brick road. White candle in the wind.
That is Elton John. He's not funny.
He makes me laugh.
No.
I I'll tell you what.
What is it?
Like,
What?
you know, it takes a lot to make me laugh.
I know that, I know.
I find it so funny that Noel Edwards.
Oh.
What he does, right?
Yeah,
What he
right.
does is Noel Edwards, right? He gets up the phone, right? And he rings up somebody like he doesn't know who he is.
I know.
And he says, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care, right? And he just says, like, he pretends to be a policeman, right?
No,
He
no.
rings up, he says, your wife has just been run over by a truck. Just like that,
I know.
He doesn't care.
I know.
And then he says, and then this bloke, right, it's all windy, right? And he says, you know, she's all mangled and all in pieces all over the road, right? And then the bloke, he's all upset, right? And he says, no, don't worry, because do you know who this is? And the bloke said, no. And he said, it's Noel Edwards. And you're on the television, like, in front of millions and millions of people, right? And it is what creeps me up, because the bloke then just has to say, oh, how funny. Instead of, why don't you fuck off, you mindless cunt. And that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's just my humour, isn't it?
It's your humour.
Yeah, mine and Noel's, obviously, yeah.
I do tell you one thing about Noel, though, that I do admire. He knows a fair few things about cars, you know.
Does he?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Because you'd admire that, because you're a bit of a buff yourself, aren't you?
A bit of a car buff. Well,
You are,
I like to think so.
Yeah. And you even got a car, haven't you?
Not as such,
No,
no, but
no.
I do take a keen interest in other people's motors, you know.
Yeah. Good job you never got caught, isn't it, really?
Well, not yet, no.
Can I ask, I mean, if,
Yeah.
you know, as a bit of a buff, what do you like when you get a car, right? What do you look for then?
What do you look for
what's
in
the
a
most,
car?
you know, in a car?
I would say there are two basic things.
Yeah.
Two basic things. The first is the BHP torque differential.
And what's that then?
Well, it's basically, I mean, well, how can I put it? If you get a good sequence in the gears, right,
Yeah.
and you've got the power,
That's
then
right.
what you do is you get a good ride to handling equation.
Oh,
you see what I mean?
yeah. Now, what is the other thing?
The other thing is the two long red stripes down the side of the body with sport.
No, yeah.
Because you see them and they know you're cooking with gas,
That's
then, mate.
it. The people get out of the way then,
Yeah,
don't they,
that's
eh?
right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing, yeah. But if you could have any car in the world, right, what car would you have then?
Any car in the world,
yeah,
oh,
any
you're
car,
asking there, mate. I suppose, oh, blimey. Well, the Lamborghini Countach, I suppose.
Oh, the old Countach.
It's quite nice, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the point, what in hell is the point of having a car that can do 185 miles an hour in this country? Hey?
Yeah.
And now, I mean, in Germany, you can do 200 miles an hour down the autobus, can't
Yeah,
you?
you
But what's the speed limit in this country?
90?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I could have been in the Formula One game.
Did you?
innit?
I never knew that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to be.
Yeah.
I used to be a boy racer.
Did you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in my time. Silverstone, Brooklands, Brands Hatch. I've been to all of them.
Where were you trying to get to?
Sunbury.
Of course, you got a match, didn't you?
I could have got that.
Yeah.
They do say, of course, for some people, that the car is a phallic symbol.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
What is that phallic symbol?
Well, the most obvious example, I suppose, is be an E-type, wouldn't it? You see,
Yeah.
see the E-type being a metaphor for your penis.
What, for my penis?
Yeah. Long,
Yeah.
sleek,
Yeah.
throbbing, red, powerful, eats up petrol.
Yeah, but I mean, if you was really talking about like a phallic symbol, you'd be talking about a Porsche, wouldn't you?
Why's that?
Because it's driven by cunts. Actually, to be honest, mate, I'm a little bit of a.
What is it?
I'm a little bit down at the moment
what's
because
wrong?
I've been having terrible trouble recently
Where's that?
in the old southern region.
Have you tried taking a bus?
I'm talking about my cock.
But what is it?
It's that thing what dangles between my legs.
What is the problem?
Oh, yeah, well, that is a problem. Well, it just dangles between my legs. I can't, you know, it doesn't do its, you know, I don't know what.
see.
For some reason, it's
you're
sort of like it's gone on extended leave. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're talking about a lack of potency in the old peggo.
It's, you know, it's something you know. It's no good to man nor beast. You know, I don't know what to do with it.
Well, it's the middle-aged malaise, mate.
No, I haven't had any middle-aged malaise. I haven't any young ones neither.
No, it's what it's called, mate. It's the medical term for it, you see. Basically, you are having trouble with your libido.
No, well, it can't be that.
Why not?
I haven't got one.
Hey?
I wash my arse in the basin like everybody else.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're having a problem, it's no, you just want to go and see a specialist, mate. You go and see a specialist.
I did. Did you? Yeah. What happened?
Well, you see, for months, I had exactly the same problem. I couldn't do anything, you know. So I thought I'd go to the doctors. And isn't it always the same? When you get to the doctors, it's all right.
Well, you're not telling me that when you...
Honestly, mate,
really?
Without a word of a lie.
Yeah?
I drops me kecks, and there it is on duty. I could have knocked a hole in a surgery wall with it.
No.
It was a bone that would have frightened our Alsatian.
What did the doctor say?
Well, she was very understanding about it, you know. I've been back to her a few times, you know, to see... And actually, she gave me a bit of a tip.
Did she?
Yeah. Yeah, just a little wrinkle.
Right, yeah. You'll pass it on to me, will you?
I'll pass it on,
good,
certainly.
Yeah.
When you're on the job,
Yes?
have you ever imagined that you're shagging somebody else?
Well, usually I am shagging somebody.
Well, yeah, obviously, I mean...
when I'm on the job,
I'm assuming there's a third party involved.
Well, you can assume what you like. It's just the two of us. We don't have none of that going on, man.
All right. But have you tried fantasising?
Fantasise?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've done that, of course, yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes when I'm with, away with my old missus, right, I close my eyes, right, and I imagine that she is Maria Whittaker. Just for the sake of something fresh.
Something fresh? Maria Whittaker, yeah. I think you've got the wrong end of the stick there, my son.
Yeah. I mean, tell me something. Have you ever heard of this business, like of the old, the faking of organisms?
Faking orgasms? Yeah.
Have you come across
that?
Well,
it's I mean, it's not something I've ever come across, obviously, but I believe it does happen.
Well, how do you do it?
You don't do it! You don't do it, it's the woman who does it!
Well, the woman?
Yes!
How do you mean?
Like the idea, just at the moment when the orgasm is coming up, see, from you, the woman, in order to reassure her partner that he is giving her a good time, you see, you know, that the satisfaction is mutual, she fakes it.
How does she do that, then?
Well, you know, like, yes, oh, God! No, oh, God! Shit! Oh, God!
Well, that's all right, then. Well, we've been married 15 years. I've never heard anything like that,
Have you ever tried, sort of jazzing it up a bit, you know? The old kinky sex, you know? Have you ever tried that at all?
Well, Now, a long time ago, you know, I used to do all that sex with leather and belts and things. You know, and the whipping and chains and everything, and I dressed up as a traffic warden. And I pierced my nipples with a drawing pin. But I've never done anything kinky. What about yourself? Have you ever done
Well,
nothing?
I did try something a bit kinky once, actually. Yeah,
Tell us
I did.
about it,
Well, I got all the old ropes and handcuffs and all the leather belts and all that, and I tied my wife up to the bed, you know, and I got her really secure, you know, and then I went down to King's Cross and had a prostitute.
And what was that like?
Ah, it's fantastic.
Was it?
Fantastic. She was called Madam Whiplash.
Why was that?
I think she'd been in a road accident or something like that.
And what was that good?
Oh, it was. I'll tell you what, mate. It was something a little bit out of the ordinary. Let me tell you. So what was it? Like, she was the strict schoolmistress, and I was the naughty schoolboy. 25 quid it cost me.
25 quid. What did you get for that exactly?
An hour of Latin and double geography.
Tell you what I like though. I tell you what I really
What do you like? What do you
It's
like?
damn really like it. When really posh birds talk dirty.
It's a turn on.
Oh, no.
Things like, oh, come on, you peasant. Screw me senseless with your throbbing knob.
No, I never heard that. Now, usually what I get more of is, come on, you peasant, when are you going to finish plastering the fucking dining room?
Yeah, well, that's mildly horny,
That
I
turns
suppose.
me on.
Mind you, mate, you've got to be careful these days.
How do you mean?
What, these prostitutes and these bimbos? Oh, yeah. I mean, they might go to the news of the world with a story.
Oh, well, I don't think so.
I promise you.
Yeah.
Mate, some of these girls will do the dirty on you for a couple of £1,000 quid.
Where will I get hold of that sort of money?
No, not you. No, it's not you. That's what they would get for selling their story in Fleet Street.
Oh, well, it was as much as that. A couple of thousand,
I'll tell
yeah?
you, if I meet a girl nowadays, first thing I do, check her all over, frisk her, you know? You know, look out for the old hidden microphones and the tape recorders and all that.
Do you often find any?
Who cares? Mind you, the latest thing nowadays, of course, is these new clubs, isn't it? With the old, you know,
Yeah, those old train spotters clubs. Go on.
No, you know, with the music and the psychedelic lights
Oh,
going.
you mean
and
them acid bath?
acid bath houses.
That's the one.
Acid bath houses.
Ooh, dodgy, eh?
Well, can I tell you, mate, I think it is dreadful. I mean, they're full of young, innocent teenage girls. And they get high on these designer drugs, apparently.
Yeah. What is that then exactly?
Designer drugs?
Yeah.
Well, the same sort of drugs. They've got matte black finish. You see.
Oh, yeah.
And as a result,
Yeah.
they're willing to have filthy, rampant sex with any old bloke who comes along.
Oh, that's dreadful, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, any old bloke at all?
Anyway, what?
Yeah. I couldn't do that sort of thing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Oh, what? Please, excuse me. Are you telling me you've never been behind your wife's back?
No. No, I've never been unfaithful to her neither. No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
What about that girl Karen? That girl Karen at Christmas party?
Well, that was just a flash in the pan.
Flash in the pan. You remember that? You
Yeah.
offered to show her the loft extension. Girl, blimey. I'm surprised she fell for that.
Why?
It was her house. Then your missus caught you up in the attic and she
Well-
covered in styrofoam pellets your foot through the bedroom
was
ceiling.
all
You're in a
right.
right old state, you were.
It's all right. Me and the missus, we patched it
I
up.
should hope you did. It was a bloody great old water dripping through onto the bed.
Well, not the marriage. My wife was very understanding.
You mean she gave you a second chance?
Nah, she wouldn't let me within 100 yards of the girl after that. You know, we never had any trouble after, you know. I mean, to be honest, casual sex, you know, it really hasn't got any attraction for me.
Quite right. I mean, either put you back into it or don't bother, that's what I say.
No, but don't you think, like, you might end up, like, with an unwanted pregnancy, like... I mean, you did with that Cheryl, didn't you?
Don't stop.
Well, you did, didn't you? I mean,
Don't
you
stop.
made her pregnant, she didn't see you for dust, did she? I mean, that was horrible.
Yeah, well, you know what it's like, mate. It was difficult to accept that I was going to be lumbered with the responsibility for the life of a whole new human being as a result of a single desperate act of coupling in one night of passion.
Yeah, but you lived with her for 5 years, didn't you?
Yeah, but obviously only one night of passion produced a baby, didn't it?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Anyway, I faced up to my responsibilities, didn't I? Of
course
didn't
you
I?
did,
Yes,
yeah.
I bloody did. Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I knew my attitude could never be the same.
No.
I looked into that face.
Yeah.
With her clear blue eyes and her pudgy cheeks and her little wispy strands of hair.
Oh, well, it was the face of your little baby.
No, it was the face of the judge who done the paternity suit on me. £7.50 a week I have to pay.
£7.50 a week to bring up a little baby?
Yeah, well, it sounds a lot, but I mean, you see, the thing, I wouldn't expect her to give me back anything out of that. No, that's fair enough.
Same, yeah.
Oh, God, I don't know. When all's said and done, I made a real bloody mess of my life, I
Have you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you see me sitting here, I'm all smiles and bonhomie, and in fact, I'm wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a smile on my face, it's only there trying to fool the public. But when it comes down to fooling you, honey, that's quite a different subject. So take a good look at my face. The tracks of the tears of a clown.
Mind you,
What?
it's your own fucking fault, isn't it?